As we continue to celebrate Pride Month, we take a look at how employers and companies can better promote equality and inclusion in the workplace for members of the LGBTQIA+ community. With us now in the studio is Aman Singh. He's the Chief Financial Officer at Procter & Gamble Philippines and leadership team sponsor of affinity group Gable, or Gay, Ally, Bisexual, and Lesbian Employees. Good morning, Aman. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Paulo.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Aman, you guys were present. P&G was present at the Pride marches over the weekend. What was that experience like for you guys?
Oh, it was a great experience, and it was very much in line with our mission.
Yeah.
We aspire to be a company we aspire to create a workplace and a world where everyone has equal opportunity to feel valued. And in line with that, we do that through our employees, we do that through our brands, and we do that through partnership with community, with our partners. And joining the Pride March was pretty much in line with that objective. And personal attendance there really gave me the opportunity to feel it and also to express my solidarity with the LGBTQIA.
Right. Let's set the stage a little bit. You know, despite the fact that we have, a parade or a march like this one we just had, this Pride March, and I think there's so many LGBTQIA personalities present in the media, in our Filipino culture and such. But do you think workplace discrimination is still one of those things that we need to really focus our attention on and really need to sort of stamp it out and eradicate in the workplace? Do you think that problem still exists?
Well, I can only speak for P&G, and I can categorically say that this is not something we have in P&G. In P&G, right from this time we hire people to how we assess people and how people get promoted, it's all based on merit.
Right.
So today, if you look at our gender balance, it's 53 female, 47 male.
Right.
And so, yeah, I can categorically say that it's not something that we see that in P&G.
Well, walking the talk for sure at
Absolutely.
P&G. Now, your company, P&G, has been implementing several equality and inclusion initiatives across the board for fathers, persons with disabilities, and of course, our focus for this particular month, LGBTQIA community. Let's talk about the affinity group that you're part of, the Gay, Ally, Bisexual, and Lesbian Employees, or Gable. Let's talk about that. Help us understand what that group is all about.
So, so I'll talk about Gable. I think just so that where it fits, we are always trying to foster equality and inclusion. Because we believe that if we have a workplace where employees can bring their authentic self to the work, then the fact that they feel valued, included, makes them perform at their peak. This is how they add value to the business, how we add value to the people we serve.
Right.
Coming back to Gable, Gable is, as you mentioned, it's actually an employee-led affinity group of LGBTQI employees as well as allies, which is very important.
Right.
This allows a safe space for our LGBTQ employees as well as allies to be able to foster representation, inclusion, and also to learn, and for us to support. So Gable leads a lot of initiatives. If I may just look at that, Gable leads for us education and awareness. Just as an example, we currently have a program called Gable at Work, where we provide SOGI training to all of our employees, and that's a training that we are ensuring each of our employees is undergoing. So that's a Gable-led program. We also, Gable leads employee impact programs. Just as a recent example, they led an HIV awareness as well as testing campaign. Over 100+ employees had the opportunity to get tested for HIV through the Gable program. We bring in symposia where we have leaders of the company and we have external speakers participate. And obviously the Pride March that you mentioned, where we were a platinum sponsor of the Pride March, P&G. That was a Gable-led initiative as well.
Well, I think it's quite interesting that it's company policy, company strategy, but Gable is in fact, as you mentioned, more of an employee initiative. So I think it's much more authentic and much more truthful in that sense. Let's talk about how important it is, Aman, that companies invest in equality and inclusive programs like this. I mean, what kind of difference difference does that really make to the overall, effect throughout the company? I'm sure as CFO, you're much more attuned to corporate culture, corporate strategy, financials, and that.
Indeed.
But this is something that does relate to how effective a company runs.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, Paulo, we want our employees to bring their full, authentic self to work. And driving, fostering equality and inclusion is the only way we can make each and every employee feel valued and bring their whole self, because that's what drives business, that's what adds value to the business.
Right, and really shapes company culture. We were talking about LGBTQIA programs. Gable is a great example, but really across the board you have many other E&I programs, including the Share the Care policy for fathers and Limitless program for PWDs. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so you just brought up as a policy, Share the Care policy is a parental leave policy where every parent can get a minimum of 8 weeks of paid parental leave. That drives equality, because irrespective of whether your child is a biological child or an adopted child, you are given the opportunity to spend time with a new member to your family.
Right, and we're saying parent. We're not saying necessarily maternity leave. We're saying
parental leave.
Yeah,
parental leave. So all employees get that once they have a new addition to their family.
Right. PWD programs as well?
Yeah, PWD, we have a program called Limitless. What we ensure is that we want to bring disability confidence. We want when employees, PWD employees join the company, not only are they confident, but we ensure that confidence through training their work groups to understand the PWD needs. So once you create that environment where they can feel welcome and don't have to suffer disparity, then that kind of helps the disability confidence and makes them effective, as I said. So that's a Limitless program on PWD.
Well, that is inclusivity and equality really taken to heart. It's nice to see a company really taking this to heart and really walking the talk, as we like to say.
That.
Aman, thank you so much for sharing what you guys are all about. Thank you for joining us this morning here on New Day.
Thank you too, Paulo.